Alright, today's lesson goes with Kittel and Hoffer, Introduction to Biblical Hebrew, Lesson 26, focusing on the cal of third hay roots. Here's our sentence for this chapter. Let's pronounce. Ve'atem re'item kol asher asa Adonai Elohechem. Ve'atem re'item kol asher asa Adonai Elohechem. Alright, so most of this sentence we actually know just by sight, I think. So ve'atem, simply vav plus second masculine plural independent personal pronoun, and you, masculine plural. This phrase, kol asher, just means all that. And then our last couple of words, Adonai Elohechem, means the Lord your God. Alright, so if we put those in place, then that just leaves us with the verbs, re'item and asa. Now, before we can parse these verbs, we need to look at forms of third hay roots. So let's do that. We can start with the cal affix of the third hay root. This is something that we have not seen before. Let's use our standard root that we've been using for third hay, bana, to build. So here's the cal affix paradigm. Bana, banata, banita, banit, baniti, banu, banitem, baniten, baninu. Of course, the third feminine plural is the same as the third masculine plural. Alright, now a couple of things to look at here. The first is that in the third masculine singular, our root is simply our root itself, bana. This form may look feminine because of that comma's hay hanging off the end of the word, but this is simply the third masculine singular form. The hay is actually the root letter, and the commas is there because hays prefer commas. So bana. Now in the other forms, you will notice that the hay of the root doesn't appear at all. It converts to another letter. The reason for this is because hays do not like to be in the middle of words, and so when we add an affix, we tend to lose our hay. In the third feminine singular, it becomes a tav, so banata. Third masculine singular, bana. Third feminine singular, banata. So this tav where the arrow is actually the hay of the root, and then the comma's hay at the end is just the standard affix, feminine affix, so banata. Now in the second masculine singular, the hay becomes a yod, so banita. Here the root letter hay is expressed as a yod. In fact, Hebrew third hay roots were probably third yod in Proto-Semitic, and so this is actually just a reversion back to its Proto-Semitic form. So you see the yod in all of these forms in which the affix begins with a consonant. So banita, banit, baniti, banitem, baniten, and baninu. Also notice in each case it adds as a hirak yod. This is simply a pronunciation issue. Hirak yod is a comfortable pronunciation. So in third hay, you get the E hirak yod in almost all of the forms. The other thing to notice is that our affixes have been spiranted as they were in the case of third aleph. So for all of these tavs, which as you know are stopped in the standard strong root, pakad, ta, and so on, in the third hay, like the third aleph, they are spirants. Notice in the second feminine singular, this results in banit, with no indicator of the feminine there. Alright, then in the third masculine plural, we lose our hay altogether. It just expresses as banu. Alright, now the cal prefix we have seen before, so let's fill in yivne, tivne, tivne, tivni, evne. Yivnu, tivnena, tivnu, tivnena, nivnu, nivne. Notice the segel he in these forms. Yivne, tivne, tivne, and evne, as well as nivne. Notice the second feminine singular, tivni, has lost its he altogether, as has the third masculine plural, yivnu, and the second masculine plural, tivnu. So what's happening here is that the prefix complements that are vowels, so the e, the u, in this case they just replace the he. This is also what happened in the affix form, banu. So tivni, yivnu, tivnu. In the third feminine plural and the second feminine plural, we see our he expressing itself as yod. This is familiar now from the affix as well. So tivnena and tivnena. All right, the infinitive construct of third he, as you know, is benot. Note the ot ending here, which is not what we expect from the strong root, but is all the standard case for the third he. The imperatives simply take the second masculine singular prefix tivne, and we take off the tav and we get b'nei. The feminine singular imperative b'ni, masculine plural b'nu, and then b'nena. The last part of speech we need to look at is the participle of the third he. So let's look at the forms of the participle. First, bonnet. Notice here the O-class vowel of the participle, just like pocade. And in the masculine you have this segel, bonnet. In the plural, bonim. Here again you see the O-class vowel. And here we have the he dropping out and being replaced by the ending im. So because the ending begins with a vowel, it loses the he, bonim. So bonnet, bonim, bona. The marker of the participle here, the O class, and then the a class vowel of the feminine. Notice the close similarity of bonnet masculine to bona feminine. And then finally, bonot. Here again, our O-class vowel, and then we lose the he because of the vowel in the ending. So, bonnet, bonim, bona, bonot. Alright, so now we can parse our verb re'item. So, clearly the root is third he ra'ah, stem, cow, affix, tem marks second masculine plural, no special features, and translation, you saw. Y'all, you guys saw. Alright, and if we want to parse our other verb, asa, also this is third he, asa. The stem, of course, is cow, affix. The a here on the end is masculine, third masculine singular. Remember, if this were feminine, it would be asata. So asa, masculine, asata, feminine. Again, no special features. And the translation, he did. Alright. So, to put it all together, something like, and you yourselves saw all that the Lord your God did. Notice that the ve'atem at the beginning is grammatically unnecessary, and it's also prior to the verb. And so we have an emphasis here on the subject. So what I've done with that is to say you yourselves. So you yourselves saw. And then kol asher sa, all that he has done. And then the subject, of course, Adonai Elohim, the Lord your God. Alright, so that's that. Do the exercises in the book 142 and 143, and I will see you in class.